Hey, pleasant good morning to you. John the Baptist told his disciples, and I guess others listening, that he must increase and I must decrease. John the Baptist was actually making a political point. That was a statement of humility. You know what it is? In John chapter 3 and verse 30, John the Baptist was popular. He had a great following. Even soldiers came to John the Baptist as he was preaching and baptizing by the Jordan. And John the Baptist was great. But when Jesus came upon the scene, John the Baptist stepped back and allowed Jesus Christ to move on. Why? One reason, John the Baptist understood that he was preparing the way for Jesus Christ's ministry. And the time had come for him to shift back and to allow Jesus Christ to go forward. Listen, that's a classic. That's the epitome of humility. Leaders, church leaders, and political leaders, you must understand today that there comes a time in your political life when you have to pull back. You may not call it political life, but there comes a time in your life when you have to allow a younger person, or maybe not a younger person, but another individual with different skill sets to take your place. And you must happily hand over to that individual and support that individual. You must hand over saying, he must increase with a smile and I must decrease. And you must mean it. You know how you show that you mean it? You show that you mean it when you do not take a side, that's one, and when you do not choose to pull down the new leader, and when you hand over gracefully and support the new leader genuinely, and assist the new leader to succeed. Listen, church leaders, we must understand that the church is God's appointed agency for the salvation of men, and we must understand that our duty is to support God's work, and God's work will succeed with or without us. So, God brings a man to a stage in his leadership career, and afterwards, like John the Baptist, that man must know that he must decrease and let the other man increase. God and Father, help some leader today, maybe a church leader, to understand that there comes a time in the history of leaders where they have to step back and allow others to move forward, and for them to do it gracefully and humbly and help in terms of the mission of the church. Guide us today. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. May God richly bless you.